All right, y'all, real quick. So, yesterday I opened my Bible because I was going through a little moment and I was telling myself I'm not about to get down. I'm not about to cry. Let me get in my word. I said, God, put something on my spirit for me to lift myself up, right? So, of course, I come across Psalms 91. It was already bookmarked by my Papa's eulogy, his brochure, and everything. So, I was reading Psalms 91, and something kept sticking out to me, and it kept saying, to make the Lord your refuge and your place of shelter. Now, don't get me wrong. That sounds pretty much plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Take the Lord as your refuge, make him your shelter. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, God, break it down for me because I'm not slow. I'm very intelligent. However, certain things in the Bible, like when I see a repetitive phrase or talk, whatever the case may be, I'm like, okay, it's something more to it. So I literally, y'all, started going in a dictionary. I looked up the word or the definition of shelter, what it truly means. And it's something behind or underneath, something that's protecting and taking cover, like you can take cover under. So then I looked up refuge, and I was like, well, refuge sound like the same thing as shelter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking up refuge, and refuge was pretty much saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It is there to help cover or protect, take on someone's protection in the midst of them trying to escape a storm, missiles, adverse conditions, things like that. And sorry if I'm talking fast. My kids' bus is about to pull up, so I'm trying not to have them interrupt this moment because it's really been on my heart and it's amazing. But as I broke down the definitions, right, I'm like, I said, okay, God, you're saying take you as our refuge, as our place of shelter. So I was like, well, what exactly are we taking as refuge or shelter right now? Like, what are we putting our faith into? And I was looking at the weather outside and I was thinking of an umbrella and rain. I was like, okay, so when it's raining outside, the first thing you do is grab an umbrella. You find protection. You automatically sense like, okay, it's raining outside. Let me grab an umbrella. Your umbrella is your refuge at that moment. And when the umbrella opens, it covers you. Okay, so you automatically feel covered when you're going for this umbrella. You're putting your refuge as the umbrella, and your shelter is from the umbrella, knowing that it's going to cover and protect you from the rain. Another example, even when you're driving in your car, you're making the car your refuge at that moment because you got to go to work, wherever errands you got to run. You and your family are in the car, even if it's just you. You're putting your trust into that vehicle at that time. That vehicle is now your refuge, and the cover and protection that it's giving you is during your journey on the ride. So it dawned on me. It was like, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what God is saying by take me as your refuge and your place of shelter. We automatically can go to the umbrella for rain, go to the car to make sure we get our transportation, go to our house. A lot of people are saying nowadays, including myself, I feel so protected at my house, that's why I don't go anywhere. You're taking that as your refuge. Your house is your refuge, and you already know protection or cover is there. So in my mind, not in my mind, but in my spirit, it was like, okay, this is how we were supposed to be with God. When we want to escape storms, trials, tribulations, when we're angry or we're upset, this is what he meant by take God as your refuge. And you automatically should have that sense of that protection that he's going to cover you. If we give that automatic sense to an umbrella during the rain, to our vehicle to get us to work, to our house, so we make sure that we're covered and protected, ain't nothing crazy going on at our house, why we can't get that to our Creator? I said, God, you talking to me? And I was so happy for it. I'm telling y'all, it took me like literally 15-20 minutes because I was literally going through definition of refuge, definition of shelter, and I was just like, God, what? It feels like it's something more to this than what I'm just reading. Like, it's still a good passage, don't get me wrong, but break it down. And that's when he was like, Selena, in my spirit, I felt this is how you're supposed to come at me with life. Take me as your refuge. I'm automatically going to be your protection, your cover. You find shelter in me. And the reason why it's so easier to do an umbrella or a car or anything like that is because we can see it. We don't have to have faith in it. We can physically see, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. So No, I'm not. I'm actually doing a TikTok video. But that's all I had to mention, you guys. So just focus on what I just said. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. Hey, babies, how was school?
Good.
It was good. All right,
we
y'all,
had
I'm
a
gonna
new
tune in to y'all.
student.
Oh, you did?
He was